Keith, when they put together those calibration rods for the equalizer, did they use a strain gauge to do that? So they used a Digiflex.
Just how many people have brought their analyzer with them? Well, I have a calibration rod that is made out of aluminum, and Charlie Vigor, who was one of our metallurgists back in Michigan, he can figure out anything. He took this figure on this aluminum rod with a 454 weight on it. It's 46 inches, and at each beam length that we use, this rod is to produce a certain number, and I have the rod. I brought the rod with me, so I thought maybe we'd have more people who's going to bring their analyzer, but I brought my analyzer. I have two of them. I got one of them set up the way Mark's got his set up, not with the thumb screws on it, but we probably need to get together again and show what's going on. I got to bring my analyzer in here. I'll bring that calibration rod, and then Al, you can bring yours in here, and we can kind of see, so.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Good. It's in the book. So. And I brought the drills and taps in case somebody wanted. I kind of mentioned in the forum over the last several months, if somebody wants me to do it for them, I'd be glad to do it. Go to Roy's shop and put it in the drill press and drill a couple holes, tap it, and you're done. So.
But Stephen asked the question, and the analyzer that I brought was the master one at the PCS headquarters. I bought that one, so that answers your question.
Start ready now. Yeah, I just, I'm in my shop. I pretty much do everything on my own, and if I find things that'll work better, I usually try to implement it somehow. I mean, I use acetone as well, and I actually like Jerry, the way he talks, so, because I can't hear either. I worked in a power plant for 37 years, and
take your hat off. Take your hat off.
And I
see what acetone does.
So, I shaved this morning just to. I haven't had hair since I was 18 years old, so I don't know if acetone had anything to do with it or not. But yes, sir.
My understanding is hit the microphone. I can yell like Jerry.
No, use the mic.
All right. My understanding is the clutch to this system is adjustable.
It is not.
It is not.
It is not adjustable unless you do some surgery on it, and you're going to have to have machining capabilities to do that. Yeah, I took mine completely apart. It's spring loaded and it's preset. It's about 15 inch-pounds.
Maybe I have a different unit then, because I actually have instructions in mine that tell you how to take off a part, adjust some Allen screws to change the torque setting. Now, they won't tell you what the exact setting is. They're just saying, oh, if you tighten the Allen screws, you'll get more torque. Would that be a reasonable substitution?
Sure. The only thing that you're not going to gain is stability of the clamp being toggled back and forth.
I like the stabilizing screws.
I think that's really more of a key than anything, once I went this route. But
I'll give this.
Have you had a discussion with Monder and those guys about this adjustment? I mean, that would be a great thing to do, a great addition.
Yeah.
It should be I don't think they'd charge $50 more or something for it, right?
Just
a simple, at least that addition.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be worth it rather than, just the suggestion?
I haven't personally, and I think there'd be some value there at some point. That way you could purchase them that way. But I probably won't do it myself, because I'm pretty much done with mine. So. In fact, I might even purchase another one just to have one on another bench. But
on that line, I was talking to Dugan, who works for him now, telling them what has been going on and what their answer would be, to coming up with a capability of putting the torque on it, having a calibration rod with it, so you can work to that calibration, and then try to get a way to twang it the same, because when Jerry twangs it, you twang it, you twang it, 2 times in a row, they're not the same.
Right.
So something that would run on a ramp, come in, and like that. And I will copy the message. I'd like to talk to you more about it. Copy the message to the group, and we'll see what kind of response we get.
Yeah. Somebody had originally had a post on patenting this, and I'm not sure how many units they sell, and it probably costs more for a patent attorney to take care of something like this than it would be to get royalties off of a modification to the unit. But yes, sir.
Obviously, I've got an obsolete unit with regards. I've got the Golf Works, and does anybody still have one of those? And if so, can you adjust that clutch?
Are you talking about the Golf Works unit with the that has the gate? Okay. Yeah, it has the yeah, the fork. What I did with mine is I took the pod that's on the top and I moved it 8.5 inches to the right, and that way I can profile all the way down to 11 inches simply by rotating the gate. I did take the crank off of the top just like Mark did with this one. I also have one of those too, and I am within 1 CPM with each unit by using the nuts and the torque wrench. Is there a calibrating rod also? I had a calibrating rod that got sent to me for one or 2 days from PCS, and then I sent it back. But all I'm doing now is I just take the same shaft and weight, 454 weight I got from Jerry, and I stuck it in both systems and twanged it and got the same number. Well, within 1 CPM.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be anybody that try to tap this themselves that hasn't already tried the tap. But if you are, there's a couple of things that you can look out for. When you drill the hole with the number 7 drill, you got to make sure that the tap goes in straight. And when you use the tap, some of the old timers would take the actual tap and put it in the chuck of the drill press that you're drilling it. Don't turn it on, but you can move the drill press down to it and get it started a couple of turns with your hands, then back it out, then take the tap out of the drill press and then do it by hand. That's a little touchy, but it's simple for me and him.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that, make sure that when you get it started, that if you feel any resistance, when you turn the tap, turn it equal pressure with both hands. Use 2 hands, don't do one. Equal pressure, and move it forward maybe a quarter of a turn, then go back, and then move it 3/4 of a turn, then go back, and work yourself and constantly feel how it's working. It should work pretty easily. If you see like it's starting to work harder all the time, that means you're going off center. Then you're going to break it. And if you break it, you got a heap of trouble.